Human rights stakeholders in Kabale district have raised fresh concerns over the state of electoral integrity ahead of the 2026 general elections, citing rising cases of intimidation, sectarian tendencies, and increasing political monetization that threaten citizens' right to fully choose their leaders. The concerns were raised during the Kigezi Regional Electoral Stakeholder Dialogue held at Harris Hotel in Chidijeme, Southern Division in Kabale Municipality. The meeting was organized by Q Corruption Out of Uganda and brought together civil society actors, politicians, law enforcement officers, electoral commission officials, and community representatives to deliberate on human rights and electoral democracy. Robert Kakuru, the executive director of Q Corruption Out of Uganda, stressed the importance of upholding strong governance frameworks, noting that a well-governed country contributes positively to regional stability. He emphasized the need for authorities to deeply engage citizens in civic education before taking action, especially as the election season approaches.
Social cohesion in Africa and contribute globally that we are from a continent that is coherent. And for it to be coherent, it starts with me, as Kabul, starts with you, on character and characterization in the different decision-making processes. And that's what Honorable Navasa was saying, that your character will influence different outcomes. If you are a wild leader, you will be followed by wild people. If you are a cool leader that really engages civically, you have, civil liberties are part of you. Your conduct is good. It means even your followers will live the same. And as a country, that's what we cherish to see. I would like to see, to have a brother and a sister who is a security officer, who will delay holding a hand to say you, but who will first engage me civically? Who will first guide me civically? Before I go do what? I will be happy to interact with a citizen who delays to slap or exchange hot words with me or hate speech. Now, I think that is, as civil society organizations, we engage our communities, engage our leaders for us to have those coherent conversations.
Kakuru further called for the full involvement of citizens in the electoral observations process, saying their participation promotes transparency and trust in electoral outcomes. He questioned the government's continued failure to regulate the flow of money in politics, arguing that excessive monetization makes elections unfairly expensive and locks out competent aspirants who lack financial influence.
If there were international observers, what were the causes of rejection? And have these conversations. If there were local observers, what could have happened? Because an election it is for us all to have a leadership. The other one I may say about the experience, and it is to say, why has our government failed to control money in politics? A ceiling, because we see some other countries have managed it. It is something that is manageable. Why have we failed to manage to have a ceiling of spending in an election? An election needs to be facilitated because there are movements. You can have lunch for your people, you can do what. But here in Uganda, in the region, it is exaggerated. And this is why my sister was saying it is extremely, very positive for her to contest as a member of parliament. And if we lose such a young leadership, we are losing generations of leaders. We may end up not having productive RTCs like him if we continue losing younger people.
Speaking at the dialogue, ASP Eddie Mate, the Kigezi Region Police spokesperson, reaffirmed the security sector's commitment to safeguarding electoral activities. He urged the public to always provide timely and credible information to enable quick security responses whenever needed.
Of course, in this very activity, we must support the EC to provide protection for candidates. You have seen that all of the presidential candidates have escorts, and in our territorial areas where they come, we must also provide security. On top of that, all their rallies, all those activities must be guided by law. We must provide security at all meetings, yes, I've mentioned it, and upholding human rights for all.
Independent Kabale Municipality MP candidate Dan Musinguzi Nabassa appealed to citizens to actively defend democratic values by rejecting all forms of electoral bribery and intimidation. He urged voters to assess candidates based on competence and integrity rather than financial handouts, saying the future of the country depends on choosing leaders who stand for accountability and genuine public service.
We have chosen to participate well aware of these things, and we shall deal with them as they come. And it's our duty to make sure that the next election is better than this. But key, let's select good leaders. All of you are voters, get involved, stand up, let your vote count, encourage people to vote. And for Kabale Municipality, vote time since Nabassa, the rest will be sorted. Don't worry about Jesse, we'll discuss his issues later. I thank you very much.
He further called for joint efforts among citizens, civil society and state institutions to create an electoral environment where every vote counts and is respected. Compiled by Marami Shimwe and Nobandia Mhachi for Kigezi Television.